October 25th, 2023. We are back once again for an arm day. Arms will be in harm's way today for what I'm going to put them through, which I'm actually lying. I feel like my arm day is pretty tame. Like, there's really nothing that wacky or serious or that even... To even say they'd be in harm's way, I don't know if I would technically agree with that. I feel like, they get sufficiently worked. So maybe am I thinking, do I need to increase my intensity per se? Do I really need to put them in harm's way but make sure I don't get injured in the process? New goal for today, actually, for today's arm day is not injure my neck. Which is always funny to think about. Huh? Why is my car beeping at me when there's nothing next to me unless I'm getting haunted right now? Well, yes, you might be thinking, Andy, how do you hurt your neck on an arm day? Hey, look, the neighborhood cat is over there. Whoa. I should really pay attention more to the road. I mean, I knew I was in like a safe spot because I'm in a neighborhood and I'm not going to have like oncoming traffic barreling at me at 60 miles per hour while doing that, but still, like, I saw a cat and I want to look at it. That's all there is to it. But the last two arm days are, I guess, last arm day and then the one before that arm day, I kept hurting my neck at very weird instances where I'm starting to think it was on the tricep pushdowns, where I tried doing too heavy of a weight where I had to start bracing my entire body and my core, and I'm just guessing that was too much of a strain. And then whoop-de-doo, I injured my neck doing an exercise that should not involve any neck. Which is amazing to think about, that I was able to even pull that off, where, again, I don't think I'm going to be beating the allegations anytime soon of injuring body parts. Who's that noise? Injuring the body parts that aren't even related to what I'm working out. Like, for example, if I was doing a shoulder, actually, that is the proper pronunciation. Why am I making fun of myself for saying it right? When I'm doing a shoulder exercise and I throw out my lower back, it is quite humbling, to say the least, when I'm doing a tricep exercise and I hurt my neck. How? Like at least if I'm working out on legs and I say I tweaked my knee a little bit that one time, I can at least say, okay, I was doing something dumb and stupid and my legs paid the price for it because I was working on legs. But I'm just imagining this too, what if I was working out on legs and I injured my chest somehow? I feel like that could be a possibility somehow, and that has really been important for me to film these videos and look back and be able to reflect on what I did, because there are things I look back on and go, why did I do that? Why is my form so bad right there? And again, I don't want to become the form police where I have to go, if you don't have perfect form, stop working out. But I've definitely been relishing in the importance of good form just for the idea of injury prevention. And I think injury prevention is quite neat, if you ask me. Oh, I missed my chance to go. Oh well, I guess I'll be patient now. But arms, the triceps and the biceps, and I'm starting to think if I have enough energy left over today, I'm going to go with a little bit of forearm stuff too, which I always say that, but then I never actually do it, just like abs. Like even yesterday, I thought about doing abs, but I don't know if there's just something wrong with me, or maybe just because I didn't work out abs for so long and I went too hard when I try to ease myself back into it. My abs have been sore for so long now, and it's not of course, the first 3 days that were actively sore, so just me existing, they would be sore. But now, you kind of require how much of your core is needed for a lot of these lifting exercises, or just living in general, where I'll be preparing for a lift that I thought wouldn't need my core at all, but then I realized I do need my core in it, because even, what was it? I think on the last chest day that I had when I was setting for incline bench, and when I kind of take my deep couple of breaths and kind of brace myself before the set, I could feel my core being not strained, but I definitely felt it too right there. So I don't like that guy that just passed me. He was really, really hugging it close to me behind me, and then once he had the opportunity to pass me, he just zoomed by in what I would consider a dangerous speed. That guy has a sticker on his car that says, "Keep out." I don't know, I just found that kind of funny. Road work ahead. I sure hope it does. I can't believe how much of a social impact that one vine had on me growing up in high school. where every time I thought about the road work ahead, I just thought, what is this guy doing? He turned on his blinker to come into my lane, and then he made it a third into my lane, and then he changed his mind and he turned his blinker and went back left again. Maybe this would be really funny if I started doing my car talks with a dual camera perspective, so it has like a dash cam footage of what I'm seeing in front of me. So you can actually tell that I am not lying about all these wacky drivers out on the roads. And again, now my car is telling me that since I'm turning right and I put my blinker on, it detects the sidewalk next to me and it tells me to not make that turn because it thinks I'm going to turn into the sidewalk for some reason. This is the one issue that I have with cars getting smarter and the more computers being added into them to make, I don't know, just more safety features. Sometimes they think I'm a little bit too dumb, which, I mean, I guess it's better for it to think I'm too dumb than to think I'm too smart and then it willingly crashes me in somewhere because I did something dumb. But I feel like I'm getting babied whenever I drive now. I don't know if I'm the... I like how I said that and then my auto lane adjusting thing just did it for me because I got distracted and I looked at the camera. So maybe I am the dumb driver, actually. Maybe I do need to pay attention to the road a little bit more and stop talking to the camera so much. So, you know, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to only look straight at the road, especially when I'm driving, because driving is scary and I need to do it responsibly and I need to make sure I do it defensively so that it's not just me on the road either. There are other people on the road and they could be scarier than me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be diligent while I drive and I'm going to keep my peepers open for whatever's in front of me. Talking about my peepers, I really want to get new glasses. I was actually talking about this yesterday, but I've had my prescription for a new pair of glasses for over a year now. It might even be a year and a half. Actually, not quite a year and a half. I think a year and a couple months right there. Because I think I got it in 2022, July was when I got my new prescription. And then over a year has passed since that prescription. And then I still haven't gotten a new pair of glasses where I don't even necessarily like the glasses that I have right now. I gotten used to them at this point, and they're just, you know, they're part of my identity because I've had them for over a year. But these are the first pair of glasses I bought online, and they were a lot cheaper than going in person to a glasses store and buying it. At least for the one that I usually go to, it's really expensive. But that's when I really truly realized that glasses, I don't think I'll buy glasses online anymore, unless it's like sunglasses that I know I'll probably like, which I mean, I do have. I mean, I literally have them in my little center console box right now. But for actual eyeglasses, I think I'm just going to pay a little bit extra and just go in someplace and actually try them on. Because I remember I did like the silly online thing where like you take a picture, like a selfie of yourself, and then it like photo generates the glasses onto your face so you can adjust it how it looks. And I thought they looked all right, but then I wore them and wasn't the biggest fan of them, especially since I got two because it was a BOGO, buy one, get one free. The BOGO pair, or I guess the Go pair, I wore like 3 times and I haven't worn it. I barely wear them just because they fit weird on my face and I don't think they're comfortable. They do look nice though, but it's a little bit too low on the face right there. But now I'm excited to get new glasses, which, will I ever get new glasses? Hopefully so, because I mean that prescription's about to expire soon, so I gotta make use of it soon. I can't just let it go to waste like that. And I'm getting excited because for all my glasses wearing people out there, rise up. Where I know not everybody consider glasses as like a fashion statement, but I mean, I do. And if I get a cool pair of glasses, I want to make sure that I get a cool pair of glasses that will work with all the outfits that I wear, because I don't want to... I mean, I would like the option to switch around glasses if I have like a certain outfit that might look better with some things, but glasses are cool. I think eyewear is just a really cool fashion thing in general. Some people might disagree with that, some people might agree with that, but I agree with it. I think eyewear is really cool, and I love sunglasses, and I wish I could wear them more often, but sometimes I don't because I don't want to wear my contacts at times. I actually thought I should have worn my contacts today too. Today just seems like a contact kind of day. But I didn't. There's a guy on a Vespa scooter going really fast, and he has a Ferrari sticker on it that is sick. But today I'm going back to the old Move Fitness. You might be thinking, oh, Andy, are you done with LA Fitness? I don't know, it's just been kind of nice being at the Move Fitness recently. It has been really busy, which I haven't been a big fan of, but it's kind of making me more comfortable just being around the people that I've seen before, if that makes sense. Like, I know these people are probably going to be more cool if I start filming around them, or they just don't care. Not cool, they just don't care probably. That's the car I saw a really long time ago. Now it's it was behind me, now it's ahead of me. Huh. It's weird how the world works like that at times. But arms, I'm thinking assisted dips into tricep pushdowns, into cable tricep kickbacks in the X formation, into overhead extensions for a total of 8 sets of triceps. And I'm gonna maybe experiment with 8 sets of biceps today too, depending on how I feel after the 6th set. If after the 6th set I feel like I don't have enough energy to do 2 more good sets, I'll call it quits after that. But 8 for the try, 6 for the buy. And my goodness, the parking lot at least is very packed today. I am a little bit scared. Maybe I came to the wrong gym actually. Maybe I should have. It'd be funny, you see me arrive at Move and then afterwards it cuts to me at LA because I decided to actually move it. But let's get this arm workout in, fellas. Okay, so my beloved assisted dip and pull-up machine is taken once again, so. Okay, compared to last week's, I'm trying to change the grip, change my head position, and really make sure I don't feel any chest in this. Okay, one thing I didn't mention last time too is I dropped the weight from last time's to 145 to 130. I think this feels a little bit better now. I don't know, I'm not sure what this machine is because I feel like I always have to make adjustments to really make it just feel tricep oriented. When if I were to just do the actual dips or the machine assisted dips, I just move my body and just make sure I can just focus this tricep more. But 2 sets done, let's do some push downs. Okay, so I didn't hurt my neck on tricep pushdowns today, which is wonderful news in its own. So I think I got it figured out. I definitely felt a little bit more in my neck, but I just made sure I didn't hurt it, you know. But let's get these out of the way now. Look at that. It looks like I have a little red exclamation thing right at the top of my head. Not an exclamation point, mark. Wait, is it exclamation? Oh god, there's a flock of seagulls flying over me. Okay, like the reason I looked in just utter fear right there is I remember I luckily didn't get hit, but when I was a child, I went to Korea when I was 7 years old, I think. And I legitimately saw a flock of seagulls in one of the port cities in Korea do a carpet bombing strike on poop, just on the oncoming civilians, and it was a sight to behold. Like, and I remember too, I had a lot of bad, or not a bad experience. Like, it wasn't actually legitimately traumatic, but you could feed the seagulls there. Like, it's kind of like, you know, the thing, like you go to the little convenience store and you get yourself a pack of shrimp crackers, and they pluck it right out of your hand. But little old naive me at the ripe age of 7 years old, I did not know how much force, how much torque that a little seagull can have in their little beak when they bite your finger. Because if you think about it, you have to put yourself in the perspective of a seagull. You get these little skinny little shrimp crackers that are like, they literally look like a finger. And then if you're providing these said shrimp crackers with your finger that also look like the shrimp crackers, there's a chance that they're not just gonna only bite the shrimp cracker, right? They're gonna bite the appendages that are holding onto it. And let's just say it's not the most pleasant feeling, if I'm being quite honest right now. It's my Lord, and I'm gonna go. And it's so weird today. I really thought today was gonna be pretty drab and gray, but it is turning out to be quite the beautiful sunshiny day right now, as you can tell by the radiant glow that I have on the bottom half of my face. And I can lower it even more if I do this. Wow, look at that. Technology, isn't that fascinating? But arms have been put into harm's way today, as I've said before. 8 sets of triceps, 6 sets of biceps, and I also snuck in 2 sets of calves in the beginning because, you know, in the first set of triceps, the first set of triceps I did on the dip. What should on the machine it says tricep press, so I'll call it that. But I like doing my assisted pull-ups and my assisted dips. But the one problem with the Move Fitness is I really like the assisted dip machine that they have, but there's only one of it. Which brings to the other issue. I'm not the only one that loves that machine. It seems everybody in the gym loves that machine. And it happened again today. You know, on my back day, I couldn't use the assisted pull-up at the Move Fitness because people were using it. It happened again today. And I thought I had the genius plan too. You know what my genius plan was? I got off the running machine after I did my 30 minutes of cardio. And then I see somebody using the machine, so I go, oh, I'll wait it out real quick. So what did the genius mind of myself think of? let's go do some calves. Because I thought about it this way. If I do calves today, that means I won't have to do them tomorrow, which means I can have technically a shorter leg day because, well, that being said, calves really don't even take that long. I only do 2 sets of calves anyway. And my ideology behind only doing 2 sets of calves is I bring them to utter and complete failure. And then I also think with my limited bro gym science knowledge right there, is that if I were to do incline walking where I feel a lot of it in my calves, wouldn't that also be partially a calves workout? It's been something I've been pondering about. And the thing is, like, I'm not going to say calves are my genetic strong point, but when I look at them, I've gone in some, when I say gone in some compliments, I have one friend, maybe I shouldn't dox this entirely. I have one friend, namely, that every time he sees me in shorts, he always hypes me up. He's like, oh my goodness, Andy, calves every day, look at you. And I was like, shucks, man, you don't have to keep complimenting me like that. But, I mean, it feels nice, and that is the power of a compliment. I know this sounds like a very funny transition to that, but I really want to learn how to compliment people genuinely. And I'm not saying that like I'm like saying things behind their back where I'm just like, oh, I'm going to compliment them, but it's actually a backhanded compliment. No, I mean, like, I want to be able to compliment people on stuff that they are genuinely proud of and that they feel happy to hear. Like, if I just tell somebody with a monotone voice and I just think of a random thing, go, you have a nice smile, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I want them, like, the thing is, like, I'm not saying I'm not going to tell somebody they don't have a nice smile, but I want to tell them to be, like, I want them to know that whatever compliment I give is something that I analyze. Sounds funny. It just sounds like me just going to somebody like, genetically speaking, you have very strong dimples. I don't know. It's just, again, I just want to be able to compliment, like, people, like, in a way that seems wholesomely genuine and that they actually feel very good when they hear it. And then they think about it more when they hear it. Like, I know this sounds like a weird example, but let's just say some person's insecure about a certain body part, but then I compliment them about it, and then they feel better about it. And who knows? Maybe they go on like a little self-discovery journey where I go, maybe I shouldn't be insecure about this thing that I've been insecure about my entire life because I got one compliment from this one random dude. Something to think about. Something to chew on, as some people might even say as well. But how did I even get to this topic again? I was talking about arms, but I ended up on calves. Oh, because I was doing calves, but then I thought about my friend complimenting my calves, and then I still think about it to this day, even though that compliment was, I think, in July. And it's now October 25th, 2023. We made it. Well, I don't want to say we made it because it makes it sound like I was, like, dreading this day coming up, but, like, I don't know. It's just weird to think about that, like, something that I remembered in July, I still remember to this day. Which, again, you can say, like, Andy, it's only been a couple of months. What are you talking about? Do you have, like, the attention span of a goldfish? I don't know. Maybe I do. But just the fact that I've been making these silly little videos for, I think, just over a month now, actually. I think. Yeah, I think it's been over a month. Because I think I started, like, mid-September. And now it's almost November. And who would have thought we'd even make it this far? Because I remember even just the very first video I did, arms, where I filmed the one working set, and that was too much social anxiety for me, where I was just like, oh my god, everybody's gonna think I'm weird. Which, I mean, that still happens. I mean, it still happened today. There's a couple where you can tell where there's nobody near me if I'm talking before or after the set, and you can tell when there's people all around me when I go non-verbal, and you just see me dart around looking everywhere. And there's also a set that I actually looked really funny, because I think it was the second set of my rope hammer curls, where I just stared into the camera, because right when I looked at myself to check my form, I think I got a text message, and I was trying to read the entire text message through the little like notification window, and I was just like, what is that? What is that? Who said that? And then I looked back at the footage to check my form, and then I forgot that I stared at it. I was like, oh, this looks pretty silly. The deathly eye contact, as some people might even say. I say that a lot. Some people might say, some people, like, some say, I say that a lot, and I wonder why, because it's not like I actively think about saying it before I say it, but it's just, it's like I have a friend named Mel that always jokes about this one thing where I'm like the Woody doll from Toy Story, where you pull my string, or maybe even you can just say the Buzz Lightyear thing, but like I have like voice line quips where, like, if you pull the string on me, I always say, like, 6 lines where I remember for a while people kept saying I said fellas a lot, but I do actively try and say that just because I think it's a fun word. Like, you can say, hey guys, hey, what's up, pals? But like, actually, I guess nobody really says pals, but fellas is just such a good word. I know that it's technically a gendered term catered towards males, but I don't want to call everybody fellas. Like, if I see a group of people, I'm going to call them fellas. Maybe I was born in the wrong generation or the wrong universe. I want to be a henchman, but actually not do crime. I want to have like that funny Boston henchman accent where they're like, hey boss. Okay, that wasn't the accent, but I gotta be a little bit inebriated to really get some of my accents flowing, which sounds like a crutch if you put it that way, where I'm just like, oh, Andy, you have to be drunk to be funny and do funny accents? Sometimes, yeah, but it's like, you ever do the thing where like in your mind, it sounds a lot better, and then when you execute it, actually, it sounds terrible. I feel like that's the case for like singing or just hearing your own voice too, which I have been getting a lot more used to hearing my own voice because I make these videos now, and now it's kind of like, it doesn't sound as weird. But when I first started streaming and then or just like recording anything or like a school video, right? Hearing your own voice was like a jarring experience where just like, wow, I sound like that every day, every minute, every second. I sound like that. Disgusting. I pause for a second because the whole disgusting thing. Oh, I can make this yell. Oh yeah, I can make this turn. I can make this turn. Is that my grandpa? No, it's not. No Eric sighting today. I remember I was joking about how I saw Eric always at that turn, and we can make a little montage where I do my Eric spottings and he becomes a reoccurring character in these videos. But no Eric spotting today, unfortunately. No Eric spotting indeed. Oh my goodness, what the heck? What the freak? That was scary. There's one person on the playground at the elementary school that I drive by, and it looks kind of creepy. I was just one person. Did not like the sight of that, if I'm being honest. But on my little path back home, I like to say today's arm workout was good in the pump department. In terms of the actual reps and sets, I mean, I feel like I didn't make that much progression per se, like in terms of like upping the weight or upping, I don't want to say upping the sets because that doesn't really do anything, but in terms of upping the weight and like upping the reps, not much progression there. But the pump, which is ironic, I say I had the best arm pump that I've had in a while, and I didn't even show it because I forgot, and there was also a lot of people at the gym, and I felt self-conscious if I were just having a posing routine in the middle of everybody while they're just trying to work out. And I'm just like, hey, excuse me, can you move out of the way real quick? It's the best lighting in the gym right now. Oh, you're working? I don't care. I got a pump right now. Get out of the way. I gotta go check this pump right now. Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness, I just witnessed a car crash up there almost. Why do people just drive so wackily at times, and I just can't get over it? Wackily, diddly-do, dilly-dally. There's a lot of silly words in the English language. I'm a fan of all of them. But yeah, in the pump department was pretty good. Ironic, as I said before, because I didn't show the pump, but my arms felt like they were going to explode today. Especially, I switched up my bicep sets today. Normally I do 2-2-2 of 3 different exercises, but today I don't know. The rope hammer curls are like my favorite I just really like hammer curls. I just think they feel extremely nice. So now I'm thinking, if it feels nice, shouldn't I just keep doing it and doing more of it also? So instead of doing 2 sets of rope hammer curls, I did 3. And then I did standing dumbbell curls for 2 sets. And then I did hammer curls once again with the dumbbells as my finishing set. And I just remember I just brought every single darn set to failure because, as I said, it felt nice. It felt darn diddly nice. But as I approach Mikasa, what's the thing that Ken said in the movie? It's like, Mojo Dojo Casa House. I have arrived. Mysterious amount of carbs will be consumed. 50 to 60 grams of protein will be induced as well. Straight to the gullet. Get my wallet. Whoa, wallet, gullet. I'm turning into a little rhyme guy right now. But it is family day. It is also me father's birthday, so I think I won't be eating that much at home, or I won't be filming at least. But on that note, I wish you fellas a beautiful day wherever you are. And just remember, this morning I woke up, and